Welcome to Super Bowl 60 Preview by Review, episode number 25. We are now just 3 days away from the big show, and we are getting closer and closer. We now move on to Seattle's second Super Bowl appearance. It followed the 2013 season up, occurring on February 2nd, 2014. Pete Carroll led the 15-3 Seattle Seahawks into Metlife Stadium to take on John Fox's 15-3 Denver Broncos. Let's take a look at the scoring by quarters. In the first quarter, just 12 seconds into the game, Seattle got a safety as Sean Moreno was tackled in the end zone by Cliff Averill. It was 2-0 Seattle. Then Stephen Hauschka hit a 31-yard field goal to give the Seahawks a 5-0 lead. Then Stephen Hauschka hit a 33-yard field goal, and Seattle led 8-0 after one. In the second quarter, Marshawn Lynch ran it in from 1 yard out. Giving Marshawn the ball just 1 yard out. How novel. Stephen Hauschka hit the extra point, and Seattle led 15-0. Then Malcolm Smith returned an interception back 69 yards for the touchdown. Stephen Hauschka's extra point gave Seattle a 22-0 halftime lead. In the third quarter, Percy Harvin returned the opening second half kickoff 87 yards for the touchdown. Stephen Hauschka's extra point gave Seattle a 29-0 lead. Then Jermaine Kearse caught a 23-yard pass from Russell Wilson. Stephen Hauschka hit the extra point, and Seattle led 36-0. The Broncos wouldn't be shut out, thankfully, as Demaryius Thomas caught a 14-yard pass from Peyton Manning. Wes Welker caught the two-point conversion pass from Peyton Manning to cut Seattle's lead to 36-8. In the fourth quarter, Doug Baldwin caught a 10-yard pass from Russell Wilson. Stephen Hauschka's extra point gave Seattle a 43-8 victory. Seattle won the toss. The game was played outdoors on field turf in front of 82,529. It was 49 degrees, unseasonably warm in New Jersey. Denver was favored by 2.5, and of course they did not cover. Seattle linebacker Malcolm Smith was named MVP. The Seahawks did not turn it over, and Denver turned it over 4 times, and what's not there is the safety on the very first play from scrimmage. Doesn't count as a turnover. Statistically speaking, for Seattle, Russell Wilson threw for 206 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Tarvaris Jackson was 0 for 1 passing. Percy Harvin ran for 45 yards to lead the Seahawks on the ground. Doug Baldwin had 66 yards on 5 receptions and a touchdown. For Denver, Peyton Manning threw for 280 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He was sacked once, and he also lost a fumble. Sean Moreno ran for just 17 yards to lead the Broncos, and Demaryius Thomas had 118 yards receiving and a touchdown. On defense for the Seahawks, Cam Chancellor had an interception for 2 yards. Malcolm Smith had the 69-yard pick 6. Chris Clemens had a sack and 2 forced fumbles. Byron Maxwell forced a fumble, and Clinton McDonald recovered a fumble. For the Denver Broncos, Danny Trevathan, he's just the top of the list, didn't do anything. No sacks, no interceptions. Zane Beatles and Sean Moreno both recovered fumbles. Returning kicks and punts for the Seahawks, Percy Harvin had the 87-yard kick return for a touchdown. The Seahawks did not have any punt return yards. For the Broncos, Trindon Holliday had 105 yards on 5 kick returns, and Eric Decker had 9 yards on 1 punt return. And Seattle went on to win 43-8. Taking a look at the uniform matchup for Super Bowl 48, Denver wore their orange uniforms, and if you look at it, Denver has been blown out in every Super Bowl they wore the orange. Fox was on the call with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Pam Oliver and Aaron Andrews were on the sidelines. And as I said, Malcolm Smith was named Super Bowl MVP. Taking a look at scoregami. Unpause. 43-8 is a scoregami. It is the only time it has ever happened in NFL history in regular or postseason play. Seattle 43, Denver 8. Stay tuned over the next couple days for more episodes of Super Bowl Preview by Review as we head towards Super Bowl 60.